Sometimes you have a group of friends in your life and you call them your BFFs. And then the next day you do one thing wrong. And then they boot you out of the group and don't let you sing any more songs. Baby Nuggy said he's really upset at me for throwing him off the table yesterday. And now he doesn't want to be my best friend anymore and said he doesn't want me back. Because now he just says he sees me as a quarterback. Baby Nuggy, why would he say that? And now since I'm sad and all alone, I will fit in very well with the people in today's video. Because I'm not the only one who just lost their best friends. Because Rumi from K-Pop Demon Hunters just lost her best friends too. And I'm telling you all of those secrets in today's video. As long as you don't mind me crying a bit and giving a little bit. Because I miss Baby Nuggy. Family, today we're looking at all of the secrets happening in K-Pop Demon Hunters 2 and how it will be about Mira and Zoey, Rumi's ex-BFFs. Or are they? Quick, smash like on today's video to make sure you don't lose your BFF too, just like me. Because family, if you smash like on today's video and we get it to 7,000 likes, then you will never lose your best friend because I will be your friend, literally, forever. Even if you don't want me to be. And don't forget to subscribe to AnythingAlexia right now before we hit 10 million subscribers. Because Baby Nuggy told me if I hit 10 million subscribers, then maybe he'll be my friend again. And comment down below the name of your best friend, and I'll heart your comment. I'm not hoping your best friend's name is me. Alexia. Just if you forgot how to spell my name. Mira and Zoey's secret number 1. We all know from K-Pop Demon Hunters 1 that Rumi's mom was a past hunter. And after Rumi's mom unfortunately went oof, another girl from Rumi's mom's demon hunter group named Celine then ended up taking care of Rumi and practically taking over the role as her mom. So this makes it very obvious why Rumi would be the next hunter of the next generation. But with Mira and Zoey, we have no idea why they became hunters. They weren't related to any famous hunters from the past that we know of. They don't have any fathers who used to be demons, which would give them a very good reason to want to be a hunter. So why on earth did Mira and Zoey get chosen to be the next hunters out of the whole entire world alongside Rumi? This is something that needs to be exposed in K-Pop Demon Hunters 2. So when that day comes, Mira and Zoey, I will be looking at you through these very fake and very dirty glasses. Family, make sure you watch the end of today's video to see what happened to Jinu after K-Pop Demon Hunters 1. Is he still alive? Did he actually go oof? Well, make sure you watch the end of today's video for the real scoop. Wait a second, secrets and real ice cream? Score. Mira and Zoey's secret number 2. In K-Pop Demon Hunters 1, Rumi, Mira, and Zoey are the 3 BFFs. They do everything together, they rely on each other, and most importantly, they completely trust each other. But family, we know from K-Pop Demon Hunters 1 that at the end of the movie, this trust between the friends came crashing down. Rumi had been hiding an insanely big secret the whole time from Mira and Zoey. Their whole goal as hunters is to hunt down the demons. But Mira and Zoey had no idea that Rumi is a demon herself. Crazy, crazy, I know, what a flippin' plot twist. And that is why in K-Pop Demon Hunters 2, will Mira and Zoey even be able to trust Rumi again? Cause I don't know, family, what do you think? My friend was keeping a secret, let alone a chocolate chip cookie from me. That would already be enough for me to get very angry. So to hide that you've been a demon this whole time, when the demons are the ones we're trying to take out? I don't know. That would be a lot. So in K-Pop Demon Hunters 2, the trust is gonna somehow need to be grown back. Because yes, at the end of the movie, Mira, Zoey, and Rumi all come back together and fight Guima. And low-key, they do succeed. But at the same time, family, yes, you can take away the demons. Yes, you can take over the Han Moon. But family, do you really think that Zoey and Mira are just gonna magically forget what Rumi just did to you? Like, Rumi, I love you. And I do understand why you did what you did, but that don't really change the fact that it was still kind of shady. If you're best friends with someone, doesn't that mean you tell them everything? So going forward in K-Pop Demon Hunters 2, Rumi, you are gonna have to be more honest, dude. That's all I got to say for that. Mira and Zoey's secret number 3. Since we just found out that Rumi was secretly a demon and didn't tell anybody, and somehow she's still able to fight the other demons off and fight Guima, what do we honestly think that means for Zoey and Mira? Since Mira and Zoey and Rumi are so close and have done everything together up until this point, do you think that at some point Mira and Zoey are gonna become demons too? Now hold on. I'm not saying that Mira and Zoey are gonna magically want to become demons just out of the blue. But family, think about it this way. When you're a hunter and fighting off so many demons all the time, literally your whole life, it's very possible that at one point you might become a demon too. I mean, hey, just look at what happened to Ji-Nu. He was a regular human and then became a demon too. And so did literally every other demon in this movie. Now, I would love to see in K-Pop Demon Hunters 2 a bigger story about Mira and Zoey and how they either fought to not become demons and their story around that, or how they ended up becoming demons just like Rumi too, and how they turn evil or continue to try and save the world just like Rumi always has. Now family, we know by the end of the movie, Rumi was really struggling with her human part versus her demon part. Almost like the demon voices inside of her started to take over and she was going really crazy. It wasn't until Ji-Nu ended up giving Rumi his soul from his body to her, because Ji-Nu said Rumi was actually the person who helped him get his soul back. So it was almost like a pay it forward kind of thing. You helped me re-find my soul, so I'm gonna give you a soul back too. Almost like an even exchange at a grocery store when you want cereal but then have to give money to actually end up getting it. I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, kind of creepy. Ugh. Mira, Zoey, please don't become demons, but if you do, I would love to watch you, because that would be a great second movie, duh. Mira and Zoey's secret number 4. Let's talk about boyfriends. Now, we all know from K-Pop Demon Hunters 1 that the main love interest in the movie was Rumi and Juni. They kind of had an on-again, off-again kind of love. They liked each other, then they didn't, then they kind of did, then they hated each other. Then Ji-Nu sent Derpy over to talk to Rumi to make sure she still talked to Ji-Nu. It was confusing. And then even at the end, we kind of see that they still like each other, but then Ji-Nu ends up sacrificing himself technically for Rumi. So, in K-Pop Demon Hunters 2, what have we not explored yet, ladies? Well, that is your love interest too. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on the internet on who the internet ships with who. People like Abby Saja for Mira, and they like Mystery Saja for Zoey. You can definitely see that they have crushes on them in K-Pop Demon Hunters 1, but the real question is, in K-Pop Demon Hunters 2, are we gonna see some more love couples too? Because I actually made a video about Zoey and Baby Saja instead of Mystery Saja. If you want to go see that video, check it out after you finish watching today's video, because you need to know what I'm saying in this video first before you see that. It will probably make a lot more sense. And Abby Saja goes with Mira the best, probably because they're both super tall. And I honestly think that's the main reason why they're together. So in K-Pop Demon Hunters 2, Mira and Zoey, are y'all gonna get a boo? Because the second movie needs to focus on that. I loved hearing all about Rumi from K-Pop Demon Hunters 1, but I really did miss learning more about Mira and Zoey, because I think they're such interesting characters. Mira is the tough, strong one who got put in a box from her parents since she was a child, and Zoey is the cute, bubbly one who is always trying to people please. So do you think they would bring those same personalities into their respective relationships if they start dating members of the Saja boys? Or do you think if they date the Saja boys that their personalities are gonna completely change and they're gonna transform into brand new people? Well, that is something we're gonna have to wait for until we see K-pop Demon Hunters 2. Mira and Zoey, secret number 5. The first movie showed Rumi, Mira, and Zoey doing a lot of stuff together, like fighting off demons, trying to save the world, trying to make the best new single for their pop band, and also just relaxing together, trying to be good friends. But since there was so much going on in K-pop Demon Hunters 1, like the world literally almost exploding, we didn't really get to see so much of the behind the scenes of all of their friendship and what it's truly like to live with each other. I mean, yes, we saw their beautiful penthouse in that giant building. Their ceilings practically go just as high up as the sun, and there is endless space in their place for so many activities. So in K-pop Demon Hunters 2, it would be really cool to see more behind the scenes of what they're doing when they're not trying to save the world and when they're not being super mega famous pop stars. I would love to know what it's like living with Rumi. A day in the life of the Huntrix girls. Maybe on their days off, what they do when they're relaxing, other than going to the bathhouse. Do they have a puppy? Do they go on walks? What is their morning routine like? What kind of food do they eat? Does Mira snore? Is Zoey scared of the dark? Is Rumi a control freak that needs everything clean? These are all small details that make very big differences in their personalities as the main characters of this movie. So that is something we need to see in K-pop Demon Hunters 2. Family, comment down below which Huntrix character you would most want to live with if you could pick any 3 of them. Would you live with Mira, Zoey, Rumi? Or would you pick the Saja boys instead? Comment down below and I'll heart your comment if I agree. Mira and Zoey secret number 6. So now that we know that we need to hear more about the Huntrix personalities in K-pop Demon Hunters 2, we also need to know about their inner struggles. Now, Rumi's struggles are very obvious to see in the movie because it's shown on the outside of her body as the demon patterns all over her arms and her neck too. So we know that Rumi is struggling inside with knowing that she's a demon, but hiding it from the rest of the world. And worst of all, hiding it from the 2 people who she's closest to, her 2 best friends. So in K-pop Demon Hunters 2, since we're taking a better and more detailed look at Mira and Zoey, we need to know what Mira and Zoey's inner demons are, because we already know what Rumi's outer demons are. I mean, look at her, family. It's all over her. We know Mira struggles from being put inside of a box from her childhood from her parents. So does this mean she feels like she could never express herself as a kid? Because of that, was she very quiet and keeping to herself? Did she feel like her whole family hated her because she didn't fit in? Is that why she's so tough and angry all the time now? Because she has built up resentment from her childhood? And Zoey, everything she did seemed like it was never enough. She wanted to impress her family so bad, but nothing seemed to work. So now she spends her whole life trying to impress others. Does it make Zoey feel like she can't speak up and say anything because no matter what she's gonna say, it's gonna be wrong? Does Zoey just plainly feel like she doesn't belong no matter where she goes? In K-pop Demon Hunters 2, we need to know what's going on the inside of the brains of these 2 and almost take a magnifying glass and check it out for ourselves. Mira and Zoey, secret number 7. K-pop Demon Hunters 1 revolved around the lives of the 3 Huntrix girls, and when they were around 20-something years old, Rumi is the oldest, then it goes Mira, and then Zoey is the youngest. But in K-pop Demon Hunters 2, it would be great to see these characters grow up too. Maybe see them fall in love, get married, have a baby. Oh my, I think I'm gonna start to cry. What the chicken nugget would we do if Rumi ends up being pregnant? Can you still fight off evil demons when you're pregnant? Is that gonna affect the baby? Is the baby gonna be born and then automatically turn turn into a hunter too? And what about you, G-Nu? Are you gonna help out with the baby too? Because right now it just looks like you're playing video games and getting very angry. It's not the baby's fault you're bad at Call of Duty. To be honest, your only duty is to go pick up after your baby's duty. Because seriously, their diaper stinks. Hey! Baby Nuggy, I'm not talking about you. For once. In K-pop Demon Hunters 2, it would be amazing to see the next generation of hunters get started. And if Rumi, Mira, and Zoey, all three of them had their own babies, then that would mean we could have the next roster of hunters right there. Would they be BFFs just like Rumi, Zoey, and Mira already are? Or could the three originals and the three babies come together and create a team of 6 different hunters that would make them extra powerful against the demons? If the demons ever come back. Because that is something else we have to figure out in K-pop Demon Hunters too. Since you made it to the end of today's video, I have the bonus secret for you right now. What happened to G-Nu after K-pop Demon Hunters 1? Well, what we know is that at the end of the movie, G-Nu actually gave his soul away to Rumi to help her and all of Huntrix defeat Guima for real. G-Nu told Rumi that she was the one who actually helped him find his soul again, because up until then, before her, Guima literally sucked it out of him. So we see this crazy scene of G-Nu giving his soul away to Rumi, which gives her all this extra power and allows them to finally take over the Han Moon. And although it looks like at the end of this scene, G-Nu is disintegrating into thin air, maybe going back to his demon layer, it's not exactly clear what happened to him and if he actually died or not. So let's think about this. G-Nu turned into a demon and then his soul directly went to Guima. Guima held G-Nu's soul for over 400 years. And then all of a sudden, Rumi comes along, allows G-Nu to finally feel good about himself and take away all his guilt. At least most of it, that is. And now that allowed G-Nu to magically get his soul back and have enough strength within himself to fight away Guima. Guima has been controlling him for over 400 years. Now all it took was a little bit of self-confidence to get his control of his whole life back? Well, family, if G-Nu can do that, think about all the other characters and demons who can do that too. So no, I do not think G-Nu is dead. I do not think he's gone at all. I think he's just temporarily back in Guima's lair, but now it's going to be completely different because now G-Nu knows exactly what to do when any evil spirit is trying to control him. Yes, Guima is gone for now, but this is a very important piece of information because in K-pop Demon Hunters 2, if Guima or any other evil demon / evil monster spirit comes back, this means that not only the hunters, but also the demons and real life people can make sure something so bad and so evil never takes over their world again. Whoa! I can't wait for K-pop Demon Hunters 2! And if you think so too, smash like on today's video right now. Please help us to get to 10 million subscribers. We are so close. If we don't hit 10 million subscribers soon, I'm scared that Guima or some evil demon is gonna take over my body too. So smash subscribe, click any video right here to watch the next Anything Alexia video, and click right here to go get Baby Nuggy and Saucy Nuggy plushies at shopalexia.com. Me and all the Nuggy Land characters love you so much, and we'll see you all in tomorrow's video.